Happy Sunday. So hopping on here for my weekly Sunday live. My name is Brooke and my shop is the Junk Parlor. And I do this every Sunday and then Tuesdays at noon as well, where I hop on here and I share things that I have for sale with you. And then you're just going to let me know if you are interested in anything. If you are watching on Facebook, you're just going to comment with what you want. And those comments will get posted on the post on Facebook once it goes from being live to a post. On Instagram, however, though, those comments do not transfer over, and so you will need to shoot me a message and tell me what things you are interested in. So if you're a first-time buyer, then I need your email address and your zip code. If you're a repeat customer, then I already have that. I will send you an invoice within 24 hours. If you're new, you need to pay that ASAP. If you're a repeat customer, then you're going to wait and pay it on Thursday once I add shipping. So Thursday is my shipping day. I pack everything up and get all of your purchases in one box so that we can save you a little bit of money on shipping. And then if you are a new buyer, you will get a separate invoice for shipping. If you are a repeat customer, then you will get your shipping just added on to your invoice. If I charge your card, I will just charge it then on Thursday once shipping gets added. And my left eye has not really cried all day, but now it is tearing up. So old woman problems, I guess. It has been crazy windy here today, but overall for Thanksgiving break, it's been really wonderful weather. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. At least, if nothing else, you got to have a little bit of relaxation, right? So let's go ahead and get started with our items today. Okay, so first up we have this. It's kind of like a pinkish lavender color. It is cardboard. This is metal. The handle is, the handle is metal. And then you have this bale hand or a wood handle on it. But the rest of it is cardboard. And then somebody kind of bedazzled the container with some seashells here. So the inside is just plain cardboard, if I can even get the lid off, since nothing ever goes easy, you know, when you're on here. But this could be something that you store your kids' toys in. You could store in your holiday things. Normally the lid is not this difficult to get off, but it is pretty deep in there. You've got just a plain empty container. So like I said, that is cardboard, and then you do have wood and metal on the handle. So you have this crate for $15, and you could also pop the seashells off and use it like a side table as well. So $15 on our box. I'm not even going to try and get the lid back on there. Okay, then we have 10 of these little ornaments. These are larger than the other ornaments that I've been selling on here lately. Most of them have some kind of wire on them, so you can use that to hook onto a Christmas tree. But you've got just a variety of colors here: red, pink, blue, green, gold, and there are 10 of them for $3. So try to get that in the camera a little bit better without dropping something. And then we also have this little basket as well, and I have a pair of them, and they are $6 for the pair. So these would be fun. You could use them as a Christmas tree base. You could throw them into a vignette and turn them sideways with stuff spilling out of them. They have Made in Taiwan stamped to the bottom of them. You could do it just to catch all of your eyeshadow or blush containers or anything like that. So just a little storage piece. So you've got 2 of those for $6, and then 10 of those bulbs was $3. Next up, we have this Rusty Crusty galvanized farm scoop. It's got a nice wood piece right here with a wooden handle. It's $40. So you can lay this on your table and have some candy spilling out, or you could do some greenery, evergreens coming out of it, and do some lay your bulbs in there for display. And then you can also take a couple of nails and hang this on the wall, or screw it directly into the wall or onto a board, and then you have a little platform where you could put a Santa figurine, a candle, you know, tons of different things. So $40 on our farm scoop. Before I get this covered up, I better share our game board here. We've got the carom board. This one is not wood. Normally the ones I have are wood. This right here is cardboard, and then it's wood surrounding it, and it is $15. And then here is the other side. So these are great to hang on the wall in a game room, in a kid's room. Very lightweight and just a nice, cheap, big piece of artwork. Okay, then we have a couple of wood figurines, statues. This one is $20. I don't know if it's just an office man, if he is supposed to be writing something specific, but he does even have a little pencil here, and there's no mark or anything on the bottom, but $20 on our businessman. And then we have kind of a matching doctor here for $20. The bottom of it has chipped a little bit, so it would have been square at one point, and it is no longer. But this would be nice if you know somebody in the medical field. So we've got $20 each on our men. Now, I know that Thanksgiving is over and fall is over, but I kind of, if you saw, it's been a while now, but I had 148 ties, and they were all wrinkled beyond, not repair, but amazingly wrinkled. So I just thought these all went together super well for fall. And there are so many creative ideas you can do. So I'm doing the 4 for $20, so they're $5 each. And these are all vintage. They are not new ties. And you can tell by the texture of some of them, and then just the tags on others. So some of the ideas, people were showing tree skirts that have been made of ties, pillows, a quilt, valance. I mean, so many different things can be used for ties, and if you have a mannequin, you just can put it on your mannequin as well. So $20 on our fall grouping of ties. And then I have another bundle of 4. These are all green, so I thought they would be good for Christmas. You can stitch them together and do some kind of table runner as well, or frame them. And $20 on our green bundle as well. And these are pretty, this one is a fatter one, but these are pretty thin, narrow ties. So this guy, I don't even know if it was all from one person, but he probably had gotten a tie for every Christmas, Father's Day, anniversary, birthday, his entire life. We've got a nice old lampshade here for $20. It is deconstructed. Some of the details are still on it, but it is an amazing shape. Very lightweight. You could hang it from the ceiling with some fishing line. You could put it over one of your Christmas vignettes and use it kind of like as a faux cloche. So $20 on our lampshade. Then we have a couple of ornaments that look like snowflakes. So $8 on our pair of snowflake ornaments. You could hang these on the tree. You could put them in with a vignette. You could hang them in the window or on a mirror. So $8 on the pair. Okay, then for $5, we have this cute little rusty, crusty little cup. and a little knife and spoon. Sadly, no fork was in the pile, but the little spoon and cup. You can barely make out a little sheep or lamb that's laying down on this little cup, but you could put a little bottle brush tree in that. That would look super cute, or just have the silverware in it and have it on a shelf for display as well. So $5 on our little cup with a knife and spoon. Okay, these are newer, I'm going to guess, and they have a snowman, Santa, and a bear, and there are 3 of them for $10. So 3 for $10 on these little faux mercury glass ornaments. Okay, then we have this little copper pot that is stamped Holland at the bottom. It's brass and copper for $25. Again, you could take the lid off and put a bottle brush tree in that, or have a little elf peeking out of it, or Santa or something for the holidays. This would look good hanging on a hook in your kitchen. And then somebody has a sticker on it that says UWO 112062 up here, and then it is stamped Holland there in the middle. So $25 on our little brass and copper teapot. Okay, then we have an old postal cabinet door. And this is $10. It does not have a number or anything on it, but you could easily pencil or use your Cricut and do a number on here that had some significance, and it does not have the spinny dial. These are metal. You could make them into an ornament, and I do have more of these if you are interested. So $10 in these bank or post office doors. Okay, then this still has some dust on it from sitting outside, but this is a Desert Road for $24. It is metal, but this would look great in a bedroom or man cave or your game room or something, or if you live in the desert. $24 on our road sign. And then we have, for $15, we have this pair of women's vintage gloves. So it's still in the box or the bag that says, can't even read it, Crescendo maybe. And so these are gloves that you could clothespin somewhere, you could fill them, you could drape them on your vanity table, but you could do some pretty displays with that. Those gloves, or lay them over like a picture frame or a family photo or something and drape them that way. Okay, then we have $15 on this keg tap. It's just all wooden. I've seen these where they have stuck them into a board and hung them and used them like a hook. So this part spins. $15 on our tap. And then we have NEHI pop bottle. And this one is Kirksville, Missouri on the back. So not too far from Centerville, about 45 minutes. But you could make the red work for Christmas. Yellow and red would be great for fall. And then, of course, any time of the year if you put this in your kitchen or man cave or dining room or something. So $10 on our Kirksville bottle. Okay, then we have a piece of architectural salvage for $45. There is some water markings on the top and the bottom, but I didn't want to paint it just because I wanted to leave it all natural in case someone wanted it like that. And then if you want to paint it, you can pick your paint color, but it is a great shape. It's probably less than an inch thick, but you could put this over your door, window. You could even kind of use it as a valance, lower down on a window. But $45 on that piece of architectural salvage. Then we have another child's rake. This one has red on one side and blue on this back side. And the handle is wood. It's $20. So even though this is a rake, you could still work it into a wreath now, or in the spring do one of those garden hose wreaths and put this in it, or just hang this on the wall as is, as a piece of art. So $20 on our child's rake. Okay, then I have 2 different sizes of these canning jar holders. Again, I've mentioned this before, but you can turn these into wreaths. You can really put mason jars in it and put it on your table as a centerpiece. You can, do any little vignette in there. This one has divided sections where we have this larger one, and it is just all open. So 2 different sizes. They're both $15, and then this one does not have the separators in here. So you could really even turn it over and then set like a cutting board on here, or even a stack of books to give yourself a flat surface to decorate on. But lots of options on these canning trays or canning jar holders. So 15 each. We've got the smaller and the larger. So just make sure you say which one you want. Okay, then we have this old oil can for $45. There isn't a top on it. I don't know if there ever was. It says Huffman down here. You've got 5 quarts liquid, so it does have some good markings on it. It's got great color. I have not sealed it or anything, but you could totally seal it with a clear coat. You've got this little handle down here. This thing moves, but if you have this laying down, you can kind of see that it wouldn't sit flat on a table. But you could fill this with some evergreen or greenery, some twigs, some glitter sticks. Lots of options to fill this for Christmas time. So $45 on our Huffman oil can. Okay, then we have a wood trivet for $10. So this is great for a riser, or if you have like a white table and you want to put a ironstone pitcher on it and you need a little bit of color contrast, you can set this wood piece down, then put your pitcher on top of it, and it will just really change the look of your vignette. So $10 on our wood trivet, or you could use it as a trivet. And then we have $20 on this pair of green bottles. They are not round or oval. They just kind of have a unique shape to them. $10 each. One is a little bit bigger than the other, and the bigger one is a little bit more cloudy in color. So $20 for the pair of green bottles. Okay, then we have an old hanger. This is Minger Hotel, San Antonio, Texas. So these are great. You can clip your kids' artwork from them. You can clip a piece of art. You could hang your stockings from it and do like a whole wall of hangers and stockings. That would look really cool. Put it in your laundry room and just use this advertising piece as well. So $5 on our San Antonio, Texas hanger. Okay, then we've got a couple of books. This one is Songs for Little People for $5. So it's got music. You could repurpose the music if you wanted. The children's Thanksgiving hymn, we popped it open too. So $5 on Songs for Little People. And then we have Queen Victoria, and this one is $10. So again, it has a pretty cover. Your spine is missing, but I like that look. Gives you the look that you've kind of dismantled the book. And there are some pictures in here as well if you wanted to repurpose some of the pictures in the book. So $10 on Queen Victoria. And then we have $5 on this algebra book. Again, it's a hardcover, the spine is missing, and it just has a bunch of algebra problems. So an old algebra book for $5. And then we have The Spirit of the Border. This one is definitely falling apart. You can tell the pages here, but I love that texture. You could stack some books and do something fun with that. So $5 on The Spirit of the Border. Plus that's kind of a winter scene, so you could work that into your vignette as well. All right, we have $18 on this coupon box. It looks like a recipe box, but obviously someone has burned on it coupons along with this floral motif, or I don't know if it's a cactus, but this can hang on the wall, or you can set it on the counter. You could always paint it if you didn't like the color, and store whatever you wanted in there, chargers or keys or anything. So $18 on our old coupon box. Okay, then we have a couple of old watches. So people will repurpose these. This one is a Timex, and it is $10. It looks like a man's watch to me. I'll just go up close on each camera here so you can see. It does show the days of the week, and it does work. And then we have this one that is gold. The first one was silver. It is also a Timex. And get it so the light's not glaring on it. So you could wear these or you could repurpose them. So $10 each on our watches. Okay, then we have a group of amber bottles. And the 3 are $25. And the cork one sadly has a stop, or has like a, it's like a wire piece with a ball at the end. It makes me think of the fingernail polish removers. But when I tried to take it off, the cork broke and got stuck in there. So the cork is, I mean, it's not a functioning bottle. How about that? You could work out the cork if you wanted. But $25 for the 3 amber bottles. You can put bottle brush trees in these for Christmas. You can do little, balls or sprigs of mistletoe or evergreen. This one has some feathers stuck down in there just because they were short and have fallen. So $25 on our 3 amber bottles. Then we have a blue enamel bowl for $30. So this is great for your kitchen. You can throw fresh produce in there. This one is fun too because it has a little patch kit here, a mendant on it. But these are just great. You could put it in your bathroom and put some extra toilet paper, or roll up some washcloths with some soap and stuff for like guests. So $30 on our blue enamel bowl. Okay, then we have some kind of farm tool here, and it is $5. It's some kind of cutter, either to cut branches or crop, but this would be fun to hang on the wall in, a man cave or your barn, or on your porch, or on the shed, on the wall of your shed. $5 on our cutter. And then we have some old barbed wire, and I tried to look up what the style was. It is, I think, Crandall's Link barbed wire. So I probably have got it all knotted up here. But you can kind of see this is a unique style of barbed wire. So it kind of folds here. See if I can not stab myself. But each little section is going to fold, and that's what gives you the Crandall's Link or whatever. So they're all like linked together. I should have measured how long this was. I'm about 5'8", and so we're gonna say it's about 12 foot. And it is $35 for 12 foot of the Crandall's Link barbed wire. So this would be fun to hang on your wall too, or shed, or you could even try and get it into a circle and make it like a wreath. I kind of just swagged it on the wall when I was displaying it. Okay, then if you need something unique for your Christmas cards, this little holder is $40 and would be awesome. You can put it on your kitchen counter and stab, you know, your own family Christmas card in the top, and then put Christmas cards all around it. If they didn't fit in the slot, you could, you know, because everybody does different sizes, you could always clothespin them to the different sections of metal. So, and if you have a collection of postcards or something, this would be neat for that too. So $40 on our rotating card holder. Okay, then, I don't think I had ink on that. Now I'm gonna have ink all over my hands. This still has ink on it, but when it sticks, then it peels off. And it is a Card Master Chicago, Illinois patent. So it's an inker. And then it comes with this wooden box, which in itself is nice with your dovetailing. I literally just got ink on the top of it, so that should wipe off no problem. And this is $45. And then on the inside, this will go into this box also. But on the inside, you also have this plate. So I'm not sure if this would hold onto your paper so that you could rock that ink plate over it. You have this correction fluid. It's a little cardboard container that says correction fluid on it. We have a little like poker thing to either peel up things like you do for your Cricut, or it could be to punch in leather. I really am not sure. And then a dried up ink bottle. It looks like it has a little brush on the inside of the jar. So you're getting all of that with the box and the ink, rolling ink pad for $45. So I would probably display the box and this piece separately, just myself. 2 for 1. $45 on the ink pad and box. Okay, then we got another well-used quilt, and this one is $45. It's approximately 72 by 63 inches, and we've had a lot of quilts on here lately, and just kind of going over, you can drape them on your front porch. You can fold them up and put them in a basket and have them dangling out of your basket. Actually, we have an old one on our couch to protect the couch from the kids and dogs. But these are so soft. I just love the old ones more so that are used than the ones that have been sitting in somebody's hope chest forever. So approximately 72 by 63, and it is $45. And hanging this on a ladder would look nice as well. Okay, then we've got one more quilt. This one is definitely thick and a winter quilt. And it is 79 by 76 inches, and it is also $45. Someone wrote Peterson on it. This one would be great if you like to sit out and do campfires. It's got a really neat pattern. And it's definitely, you know, it's been well loved. But this one would be fun to display as well. So you've got the huge star in the middle, and probably not showcasing it very well, but $45 on this quilt. And the inside is just the blue, kind of a blue stripe. So $45 on the definitely winter quilt. Okay, then we have another industrial bread pan for $45. These are great. You can magnet something to them. So if you had it on your backsplash or open shelving, you could magnet a recipe to it or some Christmas cards or any little Christmas ephemera that you have. So that would be great. You can also put it in your entry table and, you know, this is the kid's slot, this is mom's slot and dad's slot. You put your phones and keys and wallets and stuff in it, kind of have a home base for stuff. So good for organizing and good for display. So $45 on our industrial bread pan. Okay, then we have $20 on our cabbage cutter. And this one is a little bit narrower than others. It has been sealed, at least on the one side. This side, it looks like it's been sealed on this side as well. There is a stamp on it. It looks like a dragon, maybe? I don't know. I'll show each camera and see if you recognize the emblem or not. A swan, a dragon, something like that. So $20 on our cabbage cutter. Okay, then thinking about Christmas and repurposing, $25 on this door turned Christmas tree made out of hinges, and then I think that's a clock piece. So a fun little Christmas tree alternative, $25 on that. And then this is new, but still super cute. You could put it on your mantle or open shelving. Let the kids have a tree in their room to decorate. And it is $10. So $10 for our little burlap tree. Okay, next up we have this huge scale for $65. It has a nice big face on it. It's pretty flat. And you've got a nice big platform as well. I would say it's kind of a weathered black color. There is a little bit of surface rust, but you could spray it with a clear coat if you didn't like the look. And this is a Hanson, Chicago, Illinois scale. So always great for putting on your kitchen counter, working into your vignettes to get a little bit of height variance. Okay, then we have 3 milk glass vases. We'll see if Brooke can do this without dropping everything. So $15 on the 3 milk glass vases. These two look like they have the same pattern. This one is obviously different, but it's always nice to have different shapes and heights. That's going to really let your vignette stand apart. So $15 on the 3 milk glass vases. Then I've had all these things full of Christmas stuff. We've got Homer Laughlin, $20 on our ironstone gravy boat. Again, you could put a bottle brush tree in this. You could do some of that tinsel and do some ornaments that you have collected. You can just leave it as is. You could always fill it with a succulent. So $20 on our ironstone gravy boat. Then I shared this quite a few times this week, holding little bulbs, and I do have some more bulbs, but I didn't get them counted. And this carnival glass little divided platter is $8. So $8 on our divided platter carnival glass. Okay, then I have a handful of these metal drawers. They've got the little cup pulls. You can add your own little label. They, most of them are going to have at least one divider in that you can adjust and move to where you want. But $15 on our little metal drawer. And like I mentioned, I do have more than just that available. Okay, then we have a little homemade thing to go on your doorknob so you know when somebody's coming in. And this is $10. So this little slit is just folded. $10 on our little door ringer. Okay, then I have quite a bit of Christmas, but everything is teeny tiny. Let me scoot some things around here. Okay, so first up, we've got some silver tinsel. There's 20 foot of this, and it is $10. So you can kind of see the style of tinsel here. It is probably a newer one, but 20 foot for $10. And then we have this gold, which is also $10. And let me think if I'm reading this right. 20, yeah, that says 20 foot. That seems very long. So that is thin. And then this one says 7 foot. So 7 foot would be $5. So $5 on our gold. And then this bundle is going to be a pretty old. You've got two strands of tinsel. One is 4 foot and one is 7 foot. And this is $10 for this bundle. So you can see this stuff is a little bit thinner. Doesn't have as long of plush or whatever you want to call it. And then you can see the different colors together as well. So the two on the outside are 10 each and the one on the inside is 5. But those are great for your crafts. If you're doing those bottle wreaths, those make a really great filler. Okay, so we're going to do just $5 each. Instead of bundling these, we've got Santa. He's on that plastic, no, Chris said what it was called, that plastic stuff that you stitch on. So he's a little pyramid piece, kind of. $5 on Santa. We have $5 on our stitched bell, and there is actually a jingle bell in there. And then we have $5 on our candle. Then we have a pair of candy canes for $10. One's red and one's green. So $10 on our candy canes. They kind of have like beads and I don't even know, like twine, white twine. So $10 for the pair of candy canes. And then we have this little cute Christmas tree for $15. It's plastic, it's soft, it's not really brittle like sometimes with the old plastics. Has the little red faux ornaments on it. Makes me think of the Grinch. And it's $15. Then for $5 we have little Santa here. And he is on a pipe cleaner. It's got a little cotton beard. $5 on Santa with the, got everything hooked together. On Santa with the pipe cleaner. Okay, then we have $15 on Santa and his reindeer. So the reindeer, there are 3 of them. And then you have Santa, and I have Santa backwards so you can't see his face. And this one is $15. All the reindeer just have one antler, and that's intended, but I just thought that was interesting. So little Santa on his sleigh with the deer for $15. Then we have a bundle of little plastic bells with some glitter on them. And there are 3 of them for $5. So you can see they're pretty big bells. You could leave them tied together or you could separate them out. Okay, then this is like, I would say a clay pin angel for $5. So you can see it's got the pin here, and then it's got a name stamped in it, E. Norton, and then G. It's kind of there on the bottom. So $5 on our angel pin. Okay, then we have 3 little angels, and these are $10 for the 3 little angels. You've got this one, which kind of looks like a butterfly for her wings. We've got this one that is cardboard. And then we have this one, which has the wooden head and cardboard. So you're getting the 3 angels for $10. Okay, then we have 5 of these satin red and white striped bulbs, and they are $5. So 5 for $5. So 4 of them have the long wires on them, and then this one has a little stabber, so it would have gone into like some styrofoam or something. But you could undo that, and then there's a long wire kind of wrapped up inside. So 5 for $5 on our red and white satin balls. Okay, then we have 6 of these for $5. And these are little clips that I've just clipped them all together, but they would have gone over a light, like on a strand of lights. This would have clipped over a light bulb, and then I don't know what you would clip to. Oh, clip it to your tree. Woo, duh. Okay, so you've got 6 of those for $5. And I'm sure you could repurpose them as something too, just to hold an individual ornament that you could clip to the tree. Okay, next up we have Christmas seals. This says Denizen brand. There's 48 seals and 3 different designs. So I don't think these are really stickers. I think you have to, I don't know, maybe you lick them, but I think you have to adhere them somehow. So you've got 48 of those. There are your designs with Santa, your poinsettia, and the berries. $3 on our Christmas seals. Maybe since it says seals, you lick them like a stamp. Okay, we've got another little vintage boutonniere. This one is $5, so it has a silver leaf and a bunch of little bulbs there. $5 on our corsage boutonniere. Okay, then I don't know if this is supposed to be an angel. The leaf was kind of covering her up. $5 on this one. So we can just say angel with the berries on whatever these stick things are called. I'm going to draw a blank. Pipe cleaners. And then we've got 2 of these that match, so let's sell them together. Looks like 2 little girls. Maybe, I don't know, because it has a bow. $10 on this little pair of pipe cleaner. One's got like a beehive hat, and the other one is flat. So maybe it's a guy and a girl. $10 on that pair. And then we've got a pair of wreaths, and they're $10. So you could take the white piece off and, you know, add fishing line and do something different with these little wreaths. So $10 on our pair of wreaths. Then we have $5 on this angel, and she has been twisted to a little stick or a pick so that you could put it into styrofoam probably, but you could unwire that. It's amazing that her wings have not broken. So $5 on our angel. All right, then we have some curly things, and we've got a pair of these for $10. And these are like bells. They don't ring, but if you can see in there, there's little bulbs, or maybe they're centerpieces of the flower, but I think they're supposed to be little faux bells twisted there in the inside. So our little pair of bells for $10. Okay, then we have this cute little deer for $5. And he is on, or she is on, a little wire as well. So $5 on our little deer. Okay, then we have 3 candy canes for $6. Some of the little paper right here needs restuck on at the bottom of that one, but these are plastic, so they're pretty solid. So 3 for $6 on the candy canes. And then we have some like aluminum foil ones. These are a little bit smaller, and 3 for $6 on these. So you can see that they used to have like some cellophane or whatever red wrapped around it to give the candy cane effect, but the other 2 now are just the aluminum foil. So 3 for $6 on the smaller aluminum foil candy canes as well. Okay, then we have a little deer for $5. Again, on a pipe cleaner, so you can twist him onto something or stab him into something. And amazingly, he has both of his antlers. Okay, then we have for $3 this aluminum spout. So it would go into like a watering can or a teapot. And it looks like there's tape, or like a Band-Aid is what it looks like. It's just tape, but over the cork here on the aluminum piece, and it is $3. And then we have a meatloaf USA pottery piece for $15. So it's a USA 2021 ovenware for $15. I'm running out of room. Then we have a crumb brush. The other ones that I've shared have had the porcelain or ceramic heads on them. This one does not. Even the bristles are kind of pinkish, along with up top this yarn that's wrapped around for your handle. So $20 on this, and it is longer on the outside and then shorter bristles on the inside. But this would look great hanging in your mudroom or laundry room. I can't imagine putting it on brushing the table off with it, but that's what it was used for. So $20 on our brush. Okay, $15 on this wire basket. So you could stack some books in it and do a whole little vignette inside of it. You could use it for storage. Roll up your toilet paper in it. I don't think it's quite narrow enough to go on the back of your toilet, but you could put it somewhere with some magazines or toilet paper. And then I have a few posts left. The posts that I have left are just getting bigger and bigger. This one is $45. And I'm going to say it's at least 22 inches. Lots of texture, some chippy white paint. It does have a hole so you can stick a candle in there or put some greenery in there for Christmas time. And then I left it raw, so it has not been sealed. So $45 on our big post. And then this is some kind of marble game. But this would be great just to set out and show off your marbles if you have a marble collection. And it really looks like handmade and stuff, but I guess that's how they all were. So it says like, to my daughter, you know, the 25th of December, love the guy's name, Henry or whatever. It has the months sketched around it. But this is some kind of marble game board. So $20 on it. I really liked the look of it. Okay, then if you've seen those feed sack Christmas trees or pillows, this would be a great one for that because of the color. It's got the green ink on it. It's $25 for our bird's foot trefoil. And the sack is all intact. It hasn't been, you know, ripped at the seam like sometimes. So $25 on our feed sack. And then this would be great for your Christmas display. $15 on our Bowers Mint tin. I love the color. Would look great with red or even a, you know, traditional green color. And then this is a very unique piece. It's made, each of these little rings has been stacked to each other. It does have a lid on it, but you could take the lid off, have this be a Christmas tree base. It does come with a little cup. So this could be fit a bottle brush tree in it. And then it says handmade by L. Porter. So somebody made this at one point. But I think it would be a great little container. You could put it on your bathroom counter and store your makeup brushes or different things in it without the lid. But we've got $20 on our handmade wooden piece. Okay, then we've got a golf tire sign. This would have probably clipped. These things would have folded over a sign so they could switch it out. And you could definitely write on here with an Expo marker, hang this on the wall. It's $65. And I do have a couple more left. I got a whole stack of these at one point. Great gift for hubby or someone who likes vehicles or who's looking to put stuff in their man cave. $65 on the golf tires. Okay, then I've got another washboard. This one is $25. Columbus Washboard Company, Columbus, Ohio. And then on this side it says made right. This would look great hanging on the wall, and then you could put a little wreath hanging on it. $25 on our washboard. Okay, then I shared in stories a while back, well, a couple weeks ago probably, my sense of time is terrible, but I got a bunch of shutters like this. They're all hinged, so if you didn't want to keep them hinged, you could unhinge them and have separate pieces, but you can, you know, tuck in handkerchiefs that you have or small linens or doilies. You can clip postcards or your Christmas cards on all of these little shutter pieces. You could, even if you sold stuff, you know, at shows, whenever we have shows again, you can put little S-hooks on here and display your jewelry that you're selling or hair bows or whatever. So we've got $30 on a section of shutter, and I have a lot more. And so shipping it would be not too bad because it can fold up. So $30 on that. And then another thing that I scored a ton of were these architectural salvage pieces. These would look great hanging above a door, in a doorway, on your porch. This one is probably about the shortest length I have, and it's about 36 inches. And it is $75. So if more than one person is interested, I can send you pictures. There's 2 different styles, you know, of salvage. So $75 on that. Okay, then perfect for Christmas is our waste basket here for $10. It is green and chippy. You could stick your tree in it. You could use it as a trash bag, or you could fill it with, you know, your toilet paper, or all kinds of options. So $10 on our green trash basket. Okay, so I went a little bit longer than I had planned on. It's almost 8 o'clock, so let's do a little recap. I will share what didn't sell live over in stories, so you can go and check that here in a little bit. You will get an invoice within 24 hours. If it's your first time shopping with me, I need your email address and your zip code, and you need to pay within 24 hours of getting your invoice. If you're a repeat customer, you can wait to pay until Thursday after I add shipping, and I'll send you an invoice with your items that you got, and then I'll send you another invoice update saying, hey, I added shipping, so that you know you can go in and pay for that. If I charge your card, I will charge your card on Thursday after I add shipping, or if it's not getting shipped, I will still charge your card on Thursday. So cards will get charged weekly. If you just got a small amount of stuff and you want me to hold on to it until you have a bigger box, no problem. You just need to let me know that before Thursday. And then make sure you're watching stories this week because we have lots going on. I'm participating in an Iowa shop hop. So you've got 20 Iowa businesses that are online that are offering discounts, and we're doing a giveaway. I forgot how much the giveaway is, but like $800 worth of stuff. So that is getting listed on Instagram. On Facebook, I've teamed up with a bunch of girls to do 25 days of Christmas. So starting on Tuesday, I have a Facebook event for that. If you go and turn on your notifications, because we will be posting in there every day with who is doing what project and at what time, so that you can go over and watch that. So a lot is going on, and I can't talk today. And then the other thing to mention, if you are still watching, is that I will be doing a bunch of bargain bundles. So I will be taking pictures of multiple things at like 50% off, and you're buying the bundle and getting a discount for that. So be watching stories for that as well. So thanks guys so much. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I appreciate you coming on here and watching. Remember, it's always really appreciated for any small business to like, comment, and share. So have a good night, guys. Thank you.